you Budgies, welcome back to another fantastic video on Callie, and welcome back to another fantastic video on Blue Budgie Callie. It's another fantastic Pokemon Go video, and in this video we'll be looking at the new shiny that's in Pokemon Go, and that is Zacian, and of course Mega Gardevoir. Of course there's a new Mega for me. I haven't had Mega Gardevoir before. I know most people probably have Mega Gardevoir. So, currently my 96 IV Gardevoir has been shiny. It's been sat waiting for its Mega. And we finally can get get Gardevoir its Mega. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, we're going to start off with a few Zacian raids. Right now, I'm going to start off with a few Zacian raids. So here we are, going in with a few Metal Grosses. Sorry, for some reason I am not. We're going to go in with not the most strongest team. So here we are. We do have our level 50 Metal Boss, which is brilliant. So of course, let's talk about Dynamax. Of course, you know, Beldum has left raids. The Max raids. Beldum has left. Which is sad, because we didn't actually get a good IV one on my main account. And, not sure why we didn't get a good IV one, but they've gone. But eventually we'll have Gigantamax come in. So as you can see on the screen, we've got Zacian, and of course we've got Gardevoir. That's we're doing some more Gardevoir to get ourselves either we'll get IV one to Mega, or we're going to Mega our Shiny, which we didn't actually get a decent IV Gardevoir to Mega. So we had a Mega our 96 IV one. So we got Zacian, first raid there. Not shiny, but the shinies do come up very soon. We got that in the Pokedex, Sword and Shield Dex. We're looking for a good IV Zacian. And of course, we've got some Pokemon that we need to catch. I think the first of the timed research, yes, there's a timed research, is catch 8 Pokemon. Sorry, I hit the mic there. We have to catch 8 Pokemon to start off with. We're going to do that. And we're going to talk about the research in a sec. But first we're going to go into the raids. So we've got Zamazenta, and of course we've got Zacian, and we've got Gardevoir. Zamazenta's coming in 2 weeks. So we've got Pokeballs, nice. We've got a few more raids to do. I don't know, yes, I think this is another Gardevoir and Zacian. Oh god, unless it's a glitched out one. And of course, Galarian Damameka is in the wild at the moment. We need to put that in. And there we go. We've got 2 Gardevoir here. Well, then there's a Zacian and a Gardevoir. These are from remote raids. You can only do 5 a day. So basically, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 4th one, I believe. Well, these are 4 of the Gardevoirs. So we did 1 Zacian, 2. We did 2 Zacian and 2 Gardevoir. That's usually how I do these new Megas, for me personally, and then of course the legendary. because I need to do more megas. I just realised quite recently that I needed to do these megas because they actually give extra candy once you put up to level 40. So I thought might as well start working on these megas and filling out the mega decks. So I thought let's sort these out. Sorry, that's my second account. So all of the vid footage is from my main account, not my baby account. The people who actually wanted to know that none of the footage that I show is from my baby account because I don't record footage from that. Oh, and I got a final strike. I didn't know that. Nice. I mean, gardivoir is pretty much soloable. And that's a training 148. It's not really the hundo, but it's not even a good IV one. I know we never actually got a good IV one. Or shiny from these mega raids. Okay. And we got a final strike on the other gardivoir using let's cross there. And there we go, we're going to catch this. Oh, does it not want to be caught? We're going to catch this gardivoir. Boom. And then we're going to talk about research. There we go, we've got the gardivoir. And now we're going to talk about research. After I do this Zacian raid. So, of course, Zacian. This is the 5th raid that we're doing. Because we've got 2 gardivoir and 2 Zacian. So, this is the last Zacian for first day of when they turned up. Which is absolutely fantastic. And Zacian was actually pretty easy to solo, but there are some glitches, which I've noticed that apparently some people actually didn't yet. The shiny on the first time, not sure why, but they fixed it. They actually put the asset in, and they actually did fix the shiny encounter, which is brilliant. Oh yeah, but I didn't get it personally, where it just didn't show up. I did get 2 shinies in this video. Then both of them are Zacian. So, other things that we need to talk about is that the Gigantamax will be coming into the game eventually. Of course, Ghastly's coming. Of course, we've got the Galarian starters. That'll be coming up very soon. That'll be making videos on. And then, what else? Of course, we've got Failings in Tier 3, which I'm going to only do 2 of. Because I'm not really fussed that Failings is there. Because it's not really a Pokemon that I'm going to probably put candy into. I mean, it's a fighting type, I guess, and you'll probably need a fighting type in the future, but Ghastly I'm probably going to be raiding a lot of, depending on how easy it is to get a load of it. And then you've got your Spotlight Hours, which I'll be doing every single one of them, or try to. And there we go, we caught our second Zacian. And it's a 2170. 14, 14, 14, which was like, why? 14, 14, 14, meaning that technically it's more common than a hundo. So basically it's a hundo, but it's a 14, 14, 14, which kind of sucks, even though hundo for Zacian is 2188. But yeah, Gigantic still coming in. And we don't know exactly which is the first, but people are rumouring that it might be Blastoise. So me powering up my Charizard is probably pointless. But so yeah, let's talk about the research. So the first one is catch 8 Pokemon, which we just done. For the Legendary Heroes timed research, and that grabs you Skillvlet, which is an interesting thing. People are like saying that the timed research Legendary Heroes don't actually give you a free Legendary, which of course it ain't gonna. Why would it give you a free Legendary? And then you choose either Sword Path or Shield Path. We're going to choose Shield Path from a main. My secondary account is going to do Sword, which, because if you see later, it will come in handy. And then we've got me powering up my Charizard a little bit more for the power up Pokemon 5 times. So that makes Charmax level 34. Now, so we got a Squirtle on the nearby, which I'm probably going to run down and get. And that gets you the second time research. Gets you a Coughing. Pretty much interesting encounter. And that Coughing, I don't know what the IV is on that Coughing. On the first bit of the time research, 800. And that gives you a Galarian Ponyta, which is interesting. Let's grab that, and that's Ponyta in the Dex. And we've got Explore 3 kilometers, which we're going to go out for using Incense. So on the Incense, we're going to have Larvitar on the Incense. And then we need Spritzy, Krogunk, and all of them, which you can only find on the Incense. And you can see in Legendary Shield Challenge, Trade Pack Challenge. That's why I've got my second account, because we need to get all the others. And then we're going to trade at the end of this video for those Pokemon to complete that challenge. So it's Lotad, Spritzy, and Krogunk that we need. And then also you can find Larvitar on the Incense as well during this time, which is brilliant. If you need the candy, put on a Tyranitar and get Larvitar candy. Also, we're going to mega this. This is my Gardivoir, which is 96 IVs, level 40, and it's shiny. So we're going to mega this, or work on megaing this to 3, so we can officially get more candy for fairy types, which is brilliant. Let's go. It's going to take a while, but we're going to do it. So at least we've got 96 IV, level 40 Gardevoir right now. We've got 770 bolts candy. I mean, he did have a community day, and that was before Megas were introduced, I think. So yeah, let's have a. That's pretty decent Gardevoir. And now is my Mega for fairy weaknesses. So as you can tell, we have 397,400 Stardust. We did use quite a bit of it, and we'll probably be using quite a lot more. But we are stacking it up since we're going to save Stardust, because we're only going to be working on Dynamax Pokemon, not my main raid attackers, because most of the raid attackers probably would also Dynamax, so that's it for the Dynamax slot. And we've got more Zacian and Zemethenter. So of course we're going to have a shiny come up very soon. So let's talk more about Dynamax. Now, since we got there. So we know exactly, we're not sure that if the first Gigantamax Pokemon will be the Kanto starters. As it's been rumoured that Blastoise may be the first, which if that is the case, I would literally need to like power up my Venusaur. Maybe 3-4 days before Gigantamax gets announced before it becomes live. I'm probably going to power up my Venusaur. So far, we haven't got a pretty decent Blastoise. The decentest we've got is a 96 IV one. So we need to do more Squirtle to try and see if we get a 98 or 100. So my Charizard and my Venusaur are pretty decent for their respective typings. But if it is Blastoise, my 100 will be pretty decent. But we also got the Galarian starters as well coming, which would also mean we've got a second pretty decent grass, water and fire type Pokemon that we can use against these Pokemon. So when Gigantamax does get released eventually, we all set, sort of. And yeah. And there you go. That is the shiny right there. That is Shiny Zacian. As you can see, that it's slightly different to the one on the right. It's literally the first time Zacian has been released outside of a normal event, so that's pretty cool that we got it in Pokemon Go, and we got it on the main series game, so we don't really need to send Zacian over there. So we've got, right after the other one, we have another Zacian. I mean, the people that are sending me these raid-in fights are people that raided with me in Peterborough. I'm no longer in Peterborough, as you can probably tell on the screen. It's a little bit different than you're used to seeing. So what else have we got? So we're looking at Pokemon, which actually mods the game or data mines it. And so far we can tell that Gigantamax is going to be quite difficult. The interesting part is that at least 10 trainers. So far you can only put 4 in a Dynamax raid. So meaning, would it be boosted 10 trainers? Now that would be interesting. I know it's going to be tough, but the fact is going to boost it up to 10 when originally you can only put 4 in for the Dynamax. Unless they mean by station Pokemon. Oh, you also get a thing for you already stationed Pokemon at this power spot. So, what that means is either Gigantamax Pokemon will be different. Now that would be interesting. Than Dynamax, because would Gigantamax literally despawn and then respawn? That would be really interesting. Because the only thing what people are whinging about with Dynamax is that the fact the Dynamax Pokemon just stay there. You could do your 4 a day with the starters, and then it literally just stays. So, does that mean Gigantamax would just be rotating around? No, that would be interesting. And the other thing is that the encounters, so like when you used to have Pokemon in the encounters, now apparently you can see what is in those encounters. So it'll be a little bit more easier to figure out what you need. And of course, you've got the Safari Ball and all of that that's coming. But this is another thing. That the fact that we know that we can only collect that 250 is literally the cost for 1-star max battles. 400s for the 3-star max battle. And level 5 apparently will be 800. And apparently Gigantamax will be in this 800. Meaning you can only do one a day. Now that, I wonder if it's energy rather than collecting more of that same Pokemon, because that's gonna suck if that is the case, because we've already got a Hundo Venusaur. We've got a 98 IB Charizard, which could do a Hundo eventually. Probably won't happen yet. But that is interesting. Would it be do energy like Megas? So far we haven't yet seen that. Also, apparently, I don't know, max points is a bit interesting at the moment that you can only have a base daily limit of 1000 and you can only do 800, which kind of strange. Oh, this is a weird one. That fact it glitched out, which it's less damage to take down than normally. That one's not shiny. And we did get another shiny Zacian, which you will see in a minute. So far that's pretty much it, and of course several Gigantamax features were added as well. It's coming into the game. That's why we think that Blastoise will be coming. Well, the Kanto starters will be the first to have be in the game, which will be the Kanto starters, then probably the Galarian starters will be the first lot for this. And then we've got quite a few other things. Oh yeah, originally they didn't really tell you that you can swipe on the Gigantamax and collect it, because most people thought tapping it would work, and now they actually tell you that you can literally swipe and then collect, which is funny. When Dynamax was first introduced and we did them, and we didn't even know how it worked, just like raids back in the day. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, we've got Gigantamax. What's that? So Gigantamax Blastoise was added to the game's code. Literally. So we think Blastoise will be the first Gigantamax Pokemon that will be announced. Either next month will be the start of the Gigantamax battles. It's kind of weird that they're going to start with Blastoise, but it is a monster. So I understand more that it'll be Halloween themed. But you would think Gengar will probably be that. We know Ghastly is coming. And we don't know yet if Ghastly is going to be a tier 3 or tier 1. Yet. But hopefully we should know very soon if it will be tier 1 or tier 3. So, here we go. Is that going to be the shiny? And yes it is. That is our second shiny Zacian right there. I don't know why you need two, but that is our second. But now we've got quite a few. Actually, I caught all of the Zacians that we did. We're not going to do any more Zacians since we don't really need any more. And then we're going to go back to Legendary Heroes, Shield Pack, Catch Challenge. We completed it all. And we get a dual vet for that. Which is pretty interesting. Okay, the game's kind of running a bit slow. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. And also you can see my Stardust rising. Okay, I have to walk 3 kilometers. So we're going to go out and get a Larvitar. Okay, I knew that we're going to get a Larvitar for that. And we need to, so for my gardivoir, but we need to mega my Tyranitar just to get that little extra candy. For Tyranitar. Let's go. Oh, I don't know why I use Pineapple. If I use Silver Pineapple, you get a little bit more extra candy for that. So I don't know why you used Larvitar there. Well, the Pineapple Berry, not the Silver Pineapple. And it's a decent-ish Larvitar. And we've got quite a few there for the 2 times transfer candy, which we can get rid of. Going that, which is nice. And that's because if you put incense on, you can get Larvitar out of it. That's only during the shield path. And also that is 196 IB Tyranitar there, which is only running dark type moves. And that Tyranitar can just go with the rest. So yeah, that's pretty decent. And of course you've got a raid there, which I can't do right now. And you get a Vullaby out of that, which is interesting. And now we can trade. I'm going to set up my second account. And we're going to do some trades. And yeah, so the first one is that we need to trade a Spritzy for a Gothita. So it's the only best thing about having a second account is, even though I wanted Larvitar, getting a Swirlix. That's, wait, did I get that right? No, it's supposed to be Swirlix the other way, ain't it? The best part about getting sorting out on 2 accounts is one can be Sword and one can be Shield for this. Even though I needed Larvitar, there you go, Swirlix for I don't know, for the other one. Get this completed. So the next one is C-Dot for Krogunk. Yes, it's C-Dot for Krogunk. Okay, it's low type Krogunk, is it? Damn it, what's taking so long? Yes, Lotard for C-Dot. Yeah. And now I think the next one is Krogunk for Scranny. Yep, there you go, Krogunk. we've got loads of Krogunk that I can get rid of during the transfer candy. There you go. And that is complete, and you get a dino. So of course during this task, over in on the sword path, you'll get Lobster. And that's pretty cool. Nice. And that completes all of the legendary heroes. Trade challenge, catch challenge. So yep, and that is both of the entire game, or that part of the missions for this week. You got the legendary heroes research challenge, and then of course you got Zacian, and of course gardivoir. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.